How's it going, everyone? Greg Scott Bailey here. Appreciate you guys stopping by this quick little video. I don't know how quick, but I just want to kind of provide a little bit of an update on where I'm at. I've been trying to record this a couple times now, and it's kind of getting frustrating. So I thought I would just go ahead and just do it and see what we could put together. So I've been wanting to put out a lot of content lately here on YouTube. I've been having to cancel my streams and everything like that because, unfortunately, my day job, I'm just too busy. For anybody that's not familiar with my content, and this is kind of still new information for you, just like a lot of other content creators, I'm doing this part time. This is in addition to my day job, and trying to get done what I can, but I'm not very good at follow through, so I'm trying to just better myself and get stuff done when I can. So, with that being said, I've been wanting to get episode 00 of oh god, what am I calling it? Positively entertaining with Greg Scott Bailey. I wanted to get another test video out with that information, and we're already today's Wednesday. We're going to be going into Thursday. I might as well catch up on this week's TV episodes and do it this weekend. It's just too late at this point to do another one, but it's going to be another test video. And the idea here, once again, I'm looking forward to your feedback and your information on what you think about how I'm presenting all that information. The movies I see, the TV shows, entertainment, video games, whatnot. Anything that I'm putting together, I'm wanting to put a more positive approach to reviews and information and discussion when it comes to entertainment discussion. I think there is a lot of folks out there. I mentioned this in my previous video on positively entertaining episode 0. Yeah, I gotta get it to roll off the tongue a little bit better. I put in that video that there are a lot of people, whether they are justified or not, they have critical analysis or hate analysis, depending on your point of view of material, and I just want to have a more positive approach. Granted, I talked about how frustrating it is with people being on their phones, so that was the closest to, I think, a little bit of negativity I wanted to kind of put out in the stratosphere. But anyways, the point being is, episode 00 will be another test run, and I'm looking forward to you folks commenting and chiming in on what you think about the format of what I'm trying to present. Again, the digital background here of the as I'm looking over at my OBS, it seems like I'm looking over at the monitor here. Bong. I don't know why the Fun Pimps called their technology and auto company in the game Bong. Um, I don't partake in the substance, but I'm guessing it's a marijuana joke. I don't know. So anyways, but yeah, so looking over my OBS, I totally distracted myself. So the idea is, the digital format of a studio here. It's a whole green screen thing. I'll kill the reality for a second. There we go. Or I'll add an extra reality. Hey, let's do a little bit more with the background of Atlanta here. How about that? But the format of me doing some kind of a talk, commentary on entertainment. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and we didn't get very many views. I think 20 on on the first video. So it basically, I'm gonna keep poking at it. I'm gonna try to do it because it's me doing something I love and I enjoy, and I'm trying to find the audience that is wanting to join in on that conversation as well. So we'll see how it goes. Speaking of audience and not getting things done, and how things are going. 7 Days to Die, my the video game that I pretty much started streaming 6 years ago, and we're coming up on 7 years in March. Will be 7 years. 7 Days to Die is pretty much what made my Twitch channel be at the numbers that it's at now. Yeah, I'm not gonna self-aggrandize it. It's an average sometimes between 12, 15, 20 viewers. I would fluctuate between there. That's great, to be quite honest, to have that many people on average, coming in and checking out my stuff. But to have, like, some sort of, like, growth that, gets me out of my day job and doing content part-time, That's not even a fraction of what I need, so I need a lot more, and it's definitely nothing I put on you, the viewers, about needing that, viewership, but I do need to do something here to kinda try to find, a way to create content that gets a lot more viewership. To be perfectly frank, the amount of time that I have been putting in, it needs to equate to more viewership to kinda justify the amount of time I'm putting in. I've mentioned on other videos that, I was trying to do comic book conventions and sell comic book art, and I was spending more money than I made back at these shows, and this is a little bit more of that time and return kinda conversation as well, meaning I put a lot of time in, I need to see some return to make this viable for me to continue to do the way I'm doing it. Now I'm seeing a lot more, how do I put it? I'm seeing a more return with Twitch streaming and YouTube content creation, now Kick as well, and, X. I started doing quad streaming basically on those 4 different platforms. I'm seeing a lot more return of investment of time on that than I saw a return of investment of money on my comic book art, and fulfillment for myself has been much greater with content creation and streaming, doing things on YouTube here. It honestly is it's been great, but it needs to be better. So I need to do better is what I'm getting at. And so getting back to 7 Days to Die, I was working on bows, blades, and bombs. We're up to episode 11. And I have to edit. And I'm just sitting there as I'm editing it. I'm just kind of like it's been 2 almost 3 weeks now. Uh, I feel like I've lost any kind of momentum that I had on it. I have nobody messaging me asking me where the episodes are, what's going on. Nobody's checked in with me on that. And so to be perfectly frank, I think that that series is dead. I don't see any kind of response or ask for it. It was getting some viewership, and I appreciate that, but I need to move on to something else. As I record this, 7 Days to Die has dropped version 1.1, build 14 stable. So basically, whatever version they were doing, fixes and patches, everything like that has moved out of the test experimental stage, and it's into stable. So there's a new update for 7 Days to Die, and I'll have to read through and see what has been updated. But to be perfectly frank, as much as I enjoy the fact that 7 Days to Die is pretty much what got my kick. Ooh, ooh, flub. I was gonna say kick started, not kick the streaming site. Is what got my Twitch career kind of kick started. He slipped up. He says he likes Kick more than Twitch. Riot. It's what got my Twitch career kickstarted, and is what made a lot of the viewership come in for my live streams as well. Now, while people haven't been asking where's bows, blades, and bombs, people have been saying like, well, are we still doing like Twitch integration on Saturdays? And to be quite honest, that has been the most viewership I've gotten on my live streams these days is my Saturday afternoon streams. However, the trade off there is I get a lot of anxiety with the Twitch integration. For those that don't know, Twitch integrated 7 Days to Die, the chat actually gets to integrate with the game, and they can load in crates and helpful items. They can hinder me with adding zombies to attack me or special, like boss raid votes and stuff like that. There's just all sorts of stuff that the chat gets to do in Twitch to integrate with the game, and I love the integration part. However, I tend to have this really odd, mindset of when I finally do commit to doing something in my life, and now in this case, a particular a video game, and I want to go from A to B to C and a progressive. Like I need to go do A in order to accomplish B, and then to wrap up and do C. And so when Twitch integration brings in a zombie or people loading crates for me to get, and I'm on a vehicle going to another place, and somebody drops a crate and it does this sound, the sound triggers me. It triggers my anxiety because then I know a crate's been loaded in. I gotta stop the vehicle, get off the vehicle, I have to go get the crate, and now I'm in this perpetual loop of feeling like awful because I'm projecting that I'm frustrated. I don't want the person feeling like, well, F you then. I'm not gonna give you anything. I'm not mad at them for giving my character something. I'm being stopped on this like linear progressive thought of I need to accomplish something. And this is coming from someone that is very horrible at follow through in the first place. So that when I do finally get locked in, I was like, I'm gonna do this thing, and that gets stopped. It just really gets to like be messed up. And so the hard part here is what do I do to make the Twitch integration a thing where people have fun and enjoy it and use it to its capabilities. I have fun and enjoy the time and the experience hanging out with everybody, and it continues to be a fulfilling thing for my channel, not just on Twitch, but the other three platforms that I'm also streaming on at the same time. It just becomes this whole thing that I can't quite lock down how we're gonna do it, and so the problem is if I stop doing it, then I get rid of viewership on my Saturdays that cater towards that Twitch integration. So, basically, I gotta figure out what to do. I gotta figure out what I like, what I enjoy, and I gotta figure out if that could be something that you guys like and enjoy as well. And I don't think Twitch integration is honestly the way to go for me, even though I absolutely love it. I love that basically that people can interact in chat. So I think what I need to probably do is I need to find a way and find time to do it where I have myself, my own integrated stuff for stream. Again, like it doesn't take long. It didn't take me long to set up this basic setup with with the whole you know it's a video behind me on camera using the video software, in video software, to get rid of the background, and then have the digital image of a desk in a PNG file that has a background that's transparent. Like all this stuff to me was quick, and it's easy to do when I can do it. So I need to find a way to make stuff like this probably integrated so that you guys can interface with it as well as almost as well as the Twitch integration. I just don't know how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to set it up. Got to be a way to get my boss to do it, to trigger things in OBS, to do. I don't know. Um, I have to research it. I have to look it up. I have to do something basically to now take over for the Twitch integration of 7 Days to Die, because I think if I eliminate that interactivity, that I'm gonna lose a good portion of you, and I don't want to lose you. But at the same time, as an entertainer, as a content creator, as a streamer, um, I am cognizant and aware that I need to make content that you all want to tune in for or come back to for my recorded stuff and watch at your leisure. And therefore, if I get that viewership, it accumulates and we make some steady growth. But that's not going to happen if I just don't even do stuff on a consistent basis. Rolling back to the whole work schedule, I'm hoping that things will lighten up a little bit here. We're watching a couple more storms that are forming in the Atlantic for the hurricane season. Currently, Hurricane Kirk is going to stay in the Atlantic, so it's not coming towards the United States. And then we're watching a system behind that one. We're watching the Caribbean. Some stuff forms in there. So there are all these things that I think a lot of people don't really think about, and I've thought more about since I moved to Atlanta because it is part of my job, like I said. So I'm gonna try to do what I can to get more content going, and see what we could do here. But I wanted to at least chime in on some of that. You guys have seen that I've been doing a lot more Valheim lately than 7 Days to Die as well, and a lot of that is just because I'm now dabbling in the Valheim kind of like the speed runners and tournaments and everything like that. I'm trying to find more branches of other areas of audience to see if I can get some more folks over here. So if you're new to my channel because of a lot of that, thank you. I appreciate having you here. Chime in below and let me know. But yeah, so this is pretty much a candid talk about the state of things right now. And I'm nervous, but I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a little bit more about me and what I'm going through. So let me switch over to my phone here, and I'm gonna take you on a little bit of a tour. So go. So one of the things that I wanted to go ahead and do is just kind of be fully transparent about something I'm going through and in my life. And recently, to be quite honest, it's inspired by Asmongold and his candidness about his life and what he's been going through and why he is the way he is. I'm no Asmongold, but I thought, okay, well, why don't I just go ahead and just continue to kind of fess up with some of the stuff that I am dealing with on a personal basis, so that people can kind of get to know me a little bit better and see that why I kind of am the way I am. So one of the things that I wanted to do was go ahead and show you guys. This is my living room, or this is my kitchen and dining room. This is all the crap from Seattle, all the boxes and everything. Most of it is empty. I've been able to get a lot of it out finally after 4 years of living here in Atlanta. But now I need to take all this to the dump. But what I've done is I've unfortunately allowed myself to let things accumulate. Now, what you can see, what you can see in the background is where my temporary setup is for my office. So there you go. That kind of shows you what I've been putting myself into. We'll switch over here, kind of show you a little bit more. And so you kind of see the setup here. It's out in the living room. Over there is the office as I continue to put the green screen and everything together. And you see the projector here now, which is projecting on this wall here. So, you know, after the office got flooded out and they had to go in and put industrial blowers in to dry everything out, I moved what I could out into the living room here, and it's been here ever since for the last couple months. Now, the idea here is I need to continue to, as I step on things, right? I need to continue to do the work. And so what I did tonight is I set up my light in the room here, because again, we're blocking out where is it? Over here. Blocking out windows, and we're putting up green screen and whatnot. I'll show you a little bit more. And so yeah, I've been trying to get when my health, my energy allows me. There you can see like the stains on the ceiling from the water damage, and everything else is pretty much peachy keen. But yeah, so I mean, in this room, it's basically a second bedroom, and you know, I'm paying dearly for it for living in a apartment in Atlanta downtown. But the idea here is like, okay, well, let's get our shit back in, and let's put the desk together, and the the second desk that I have all this stuff here for. I need to put all that stuff together and get this done so that we can officially move the office back in there. But by the time I do all this, I'm gonna, I don't know, probably going to be moving. That's the way it's kind of feeling. I'd switch back to the computer here. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out like what to put my time, effort, and energy into, and how much focus I'm gonna do. But yeah, so pretty much, yeah, right behind me is the has been the office. and I've been dabbling here or there to try to get that done. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and kind of touch up on that. That's just the living room, and going into the second bedroom. I don't dare show you my actual bedroom. That's my sanctuary. That's my peace and quiet. When I get to sleep, sometimes too much. So, and then I have a big walk-in closet as well, and that's still full of boxes that are full of things from Seattle. The basic story there is many many years ago was married, had 3 kids, got divorced, and all of that stuff just stuck with me. I didn't really get rid of a lot of things that we accumulated as a family, and I'm the one that got all the miscellaneous stuff. So, slowly over time, I think I've been getting rid of stuff, but when you're talking like 14 years or more, yeah, it's a little bit here, a little bit there, but not enough to make a big dent. The big thing, as I point to my right, is that big pile of boxes that will alleviate a great deal of clutter and disgusting feeling. And that's what I kind of wanted to kind of be transparent about is and why Asmongold is a kind of uh, I'd say like a motivational factor in this case, because while I don't like think I'm Asmongold, I don't think I'm what going through everything he's gone through in his life. The one thing I identified was just not really kind of giving a crap about these things accumulating in my living condition. I don't have, and this isn't a slight against him. He's going through his thing, whether he wants to or not. That's his life. But again, this is the reminder aspect is I don't have moldy and overflowing dishes around me at all times. For the first time since I've been moved out here, I had like 3 cups accumulated in one day, but that was like a coffee, a water, and what was it, green tea or something like that. And I just misplaced that I had cups already out here. I know it just makes it sound like I don't really do this, but maybe I do. So needless to say, I need to do better. That's really what it comes down to, and part of me sharing that with you guys. I've mentioned this with some topics before. I want to be transparent about who I am, what I'm going through, and what I'm kind of wanting to better myself with, and I'm hoping that I can help others that are doing the same. So if you guys are also accumulating, getting to the point of hoarding, or just letting things lay around in your life, stacking up all over the place around your desk, and that expands to a big pile of boxes in your living room. Um, I'm going through that too. And so, to help keep accountability, I'm going to follow up and I'll show you guys the progress as the boxes start going away. So, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys like this is something I go through, and part of that is not only just that that's there, it's that I work my day job and I barely have any energy, and so I can sit down in this chair and I can start streaming. Today's been a decent day for energy because I actually got some sleep last night. But that's what my life has been: is work, eat, sleep, game, stream. Maybe content creation on YouTube, recorded stuff. And that's it. I've been single for over 6 years now at this point. 4 of those years have been in Atlanta, so I'm in a new city. I've got no friends, no real like close individuals that I want to spend time with. A lot of cool people that I met, but I just haven't clicked with anybody that I'm wanting to say, hey, you want go to a movie or something, and because I've done that for so long, we went through the pandemic. Part of that is now I'm kind of liking the kind of control I have over just me and me alone, and my time, my energy, what I put into when it comes to scheduling and planning my day to day. Um, and so I have to kind of think that through. Do I want to sacrifice some of that to get back to gaining time with others and building that kind of life back again? Because eventually, if I do get a couch and a dining room table and chairs, and I have some guests over. It would be pretty nice to have those things as opposed to a big pile of frickin' boxes in my 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 living room. Um, yeah, so basically, yeah, this is my kind of therapeutic way of just kind of just putting that out there and out in the stratosphere that that's something I'm still going through. Some people have seen that before. I've done some photos where I posted them on my Discord. Some of you guys know that I had this before, so it shows you that I'm still struggling with getting rid of all these things. After this pile is gone, the next step is go to all the boxes in my walk-in closet and say, are these things that I need in my life? Most likely no, but I have to go through that motion and take care of them. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and put that out there as well. And on top of that, the diet and exercise is going reasonably well too. I back to cooking my own foods. Again, it's a lot of enchiladas, but I just like cooking them. The tortilla shells and wrapping everything up together, putting in a skillet has been pretty easy, and it doesn't mean like it's traditional enchiladas, but it's like enchiladas verde, and I'll basically just do that with beef or pork or something like that. So it's been pretty fun. The drop biscuits recipe, quick and easy to remember, and it's easy to make. It's almost just as easy as going and buying the dough in the can and popping them out and putting them in a, a tray. It's like maybe 15 to 20 minutes more work than that. So since it's that easy to make my own biscuits and I don't need to buy the store bought kind, I'm making my own biscuits once in a while. Baking bread. There are some dishes I'm going to try to learn this winter, which will include some holiday dishes. I'm going to try some pie, some some I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do a baked was it pumpkin bread, something like that. That's a little bit of a 7 days to die homage there. So we'll see how that goes. It's more things that I'm doing to try to better myself and work on myself. As I get older and as I stay single longer, I think the harder part here is what do I do with myself? And I have to remind myself anything I want, really. But that also means be healthy, physically, mentally. Again with my time. So every now and then I do these other things that I've never done before, and I do it to better myself. So I encourage anybody else to do the same. What else we got left? I think that is basically it. So look forward to probably my next update like this. Just a random video whenever I feel like it moment where I just ramble about what I'm going through, and with that, maybe photos, but maybe the next video I'll show the update on how progress is going on my living room. Anyways, that's it for me for now. Being candid, I'm kind of just putting myself out there and letting you guys know how I am, who I am, a little bit more, and what I'm about. And I'm going to just continue to try to do more stuff like what I'm doing. I appreciate having you here. You don't like what I'm doing? There's like thousands of other people out there probably doing what you like to watch or see or interact with. Escort you to the door if you want. But basically, this is it. This is me putting myself out there, and this is who I am. We'll see what else I can put together this week as we go into the weekend. Thank you again, everybody, for stopping on by this video. Ended up being a lot longer than I did anticipate, but I just, again, I just felt like opening up a little bit more about myself while I had a free hour to do so. So thank you everybody for stopping on by. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below. Let me know your thoughts on the topics at hand. And that by extension means 7 days to die and positively entertaining and all that. So appreciate you. Love you. Thanks for stopping on by. And as always, we'll see you on the next adventure. All right. Bye bye.